Hi, welcome to Diamond Custom Paint Shop. In this video, I'm going to show you how I cut and buff this motorcycle tank. Now we just did our final clear coat on this and we're ready to cut and buff it so we can give it to the customer. Now a little disclaimer, this is already cut and buffed. I already cut and buffed this, so I have the video of me doing it. So this will be a process of showing you how I cut and buff it. And also it'll be a kind of a review on this Hercules 12-volt buffer that I picked up from Harbor Freight. And I have to say, from using this thing works awesome. It's nice and quiet, works pretty fast, so I'm really happy with it. And you'll see in the video of me actually using this. But yeah, way happy with this. So just to give you an idea what you're going to be into to get something like this, it's pretty cheap, especially if you get on Harbor Freight sales like I did. I actually bought this buffer and then I got a free battery with it. This free, it's a 2 amp hour battery I got with it, which is typically costs $25, I believe. You have it, yeah, $25 for the 2 amp hour battery. And then I went ahead and bought another battery, paid the $25. So I have 2 batteries, so I have a backup when I'm buffing. Now I have to say, when I was buffing this, I went through 1 battery and then I was almost done when I went through the first battery. So yeah, probably get 2 batteries, especially if you're doing motorcycle tank and a couple of fenders. By the time your 1 battery wears out, the other one will be charged up. So I recommend that. So like I said, the price point on this was $69.99 for the buffer itself. And then, like I said, the batteries are $25 for the 2 amp hour. Now they do have the 4 amp hours. I'm not sure how much those are. I think they actually have a deal right now where it's the same price as this battery. So I might go pick one of those up. And then you're going to need the charger that goes with it. And the charger was $45 for the charger. So yeah, you're into it. I don't know, a little over $100, right? So not too bad. It's way worth it. Don't have to run the air hose, run your air compressor, so kind of saves there, and it's nice and compact. So I really like it. The other thing we're going to be using is CSI polish. I really like this stuff. I use it for all the stages of my buffing. And this is a 32 ounce, and the CSI, let's see here, I got written down, this goes for $52 for this. Lasts quite a while. I've done, I don't know how many projects, quite a few projects with this. You don't use it too much on a part as you go. And then from Harbor Freight, I went ahead and picked up these buffing pads. So you get a wool pad, you get this yellow pad, and then you get this black finishing pad. And it comes with all the backers that you need for this and backing pads for sanding. And that was only like $15 for that. So when these wear out, Harbor Freight always has these to kind of replace this. And how these go on, just when you get the buffer, it comes like this, and then these just have the screw on, and they just screw in there like so. Screw it on. Has this little locker on top. You just turn it until that will lock down in, and then you kind of give it a nice tight turn there, and then you're ready to go. Okay, the sandpaper I'm going to be using is, first off, let's see here. I'm going to start with 1200 grit. Then I'm going to move to, I got a sheet of 1500 grit here of wet sandpaper. This is all going to be done wet sanding, by the way. And then after the 1500, I'm going to move to 2000. And then after that, I just sat down. I'm going to move to 3,000. And then I do have I don't think I have it here. I do have a 5,000 grit, like sanding sponge that I use last. And then I start buffing. First, I'll use the wool pad here. Go over the whole tank with that. Then do the same thing with the yellow. And then finish it off with the black pad. As you can see, it makes it nice and shiny here. I will say, with black is the hardest to cut and buff because it shows everything. And I will say I did have to do the tank twice because in the second time what I did, I just started with the 2000 grit. And if I were to do it again, the black, I would at least start with 1500, if not the 2000. My orange peel was hardly no orange peel at all, so it didn't take any time at all, or it wouldn't take any time at all to use a 2000 grit as you're starting, I would imagine. So yeah, 2000 grit is what I probably would have done the first time, because like I said, after I got done buffing it with the black pad, my finished one, when I looked at it, you could still see some scratches left over from the sandpaper from one of the grits. I don't know which one it was, but so yeah. And then also, if you want to, you can get some of the sandpaper from a Lime Line Paint Supply. And if you go to the link in my description, you get 10% off. They carry the 800 grit, 400 grit, 600 grit, 800, I think I already said, but the first one I meant 80 grit. So 80, 400, 600, 800, and 2000. So go ahead and check them out, and you can get your and that's what they look. They look just like these here. This is the 2000. So you can either put them on your sander and do it. I do it all by hand. If I use a machine on that part, I usually burn through, so I don't trust myself. I'm not that good. So yeah, here we go. Watch the video and enjoy it, and you'll see kind of how I do my cutting and buffing. So I'll see you at the end. Okay, well, there you go. There's the finished product of cutting and buffing. You saw how I do it. Now, there's numerous ways you can do it. Go ahead and check out other people's videos and find out what's best for you. This is the way I found out to do it. There's a lot of different products too than the CSI. There's 3M and stuff like that. The reason I like the CSI, what was taught to me is I just use the one product and it turns out great. I use it for all the steps. I use it for the wool pad, the yellow pad, and then the final buffing on it. So that's the way I do it. You find what works for you. And this, like I said, this Hercules here, this thing is awesome. Go ahead and pick one up and try it out. Like I said, it's fairly cheap to get set up and get going, and I don't think you'll regret it. So, all right, that does it for this video. And like and subscribe this if you like this video. And if you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comments section below. And then I'll see you on the next one.